Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before standing the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. The Hardee's community has once again been swept into a wave of anticipation and curiosity as When Calls the Heart continues to build momentum in 2025. The past few months have been filled with speculation, and this week's updates have only amplified the buzz. Hope Valley has always been a place of dreams, love, resilience, and new beginnings, and now, the stories surrounding the town, both on screen and behind the scenes, are weaving together into one of the most intriguing chapters the show has seen in years. What's fascinating right now is the way the cast and crew have managed to keep fans hooked with subtle teasers, mysterious behind-the-scenes glimpses, and carefully timed interviews, while the world waits for each new episode. The talk around the show has transformed into a larger conversation about legacy, change, and the emotional connection fans have built with these characters over more than a decade. The updates today don't just highlight what's happening in the upcoming storylines. They also shine a light on how the cast feels about their journey, the creative risks being taken, and the expanding universe Hallmark seems to be shaping. Around this series, one of the central updates that fans can't stop talking about is how the creative team has been laying down threads that could point toward a bold expansion of the story's scope. For years, When Calls the Heart has thrived on its portrayal of life in Hope Valley, a place rooted in compassion, community, and faith. Yet whispers are surfacing that 2025 might finally be the year we see Hope Valley's story intertwined with neighboring towns, introducing new characters and unexpected story arcs that may test the bonds we've grown to love. This doesn't necessarily mean a departure from the classic tone of the series, but rather an evolution, something that could refresh the narrative while preserving the heart of what makes the show special. Among the actors, there's a renewed energy being felt as well. Cast members have hinted in recent interviews that they are stepping into storylines that are deeply personal and unlike anything the show has attempted before. While no one has revealed direct spoilers, the excitement in their words suggests major turning points are ahead. Turning points that will not only challenge the characters but also reshape the dynamics within Hope Valley. Some insiders suggest that these changes will lean heavily on themes of forgiveness and second chances, which have always resonated deeply with fans. But in 2025, forgiveness may not come easily, and second chances may demand great sacrifice. Another development that fans are buzzing about is the scale of production. Over the years, Hallmark has gradually invested more resources into When Calls the Heart, but now it seems they are pushing boundaries in ways that could rival some of their biggest series. Reports suggest that new set pieces have been built, allowing the town to look and feel even richer and more immersive than before. This might not sound like much on the surface, but longtime viewers know how much detail in Hope Valley matters. The storefronts, the homes, the cafe, the school. Of these pieces work together to create a believable community. The expansion of these sets is a clue that bigger stories, larger gatherings, and perhaps new traditions will be at the center of upcoming episodes. Meanwhile, fans online are passionately debating one of the show's most enduring mysteries, the future of Elizabeth's heart. Over the years, her love life has carried the emotional weight of the series, and in 2025, that remains true. What's changed, however, is the way the writers are weaving her personal story into the broader life of the town. It's not just about who she might end up with romantically, it's also about what kind of leader, mother, and friend she continues to be as the town itself faces challenges. Many viewers believe that Elizabeth's choices this year will ripple far beyond her own happiness, influencing the lives of countless others in Hope Valley. This delicate balance between personal love stories and communal growth is what makes this season feel especially layered and engaging. Equally captivating is the attention being paid to supporting characters who, for years, have been part of the fabric of Hope Valley but are now stepping into the spotlight. Viewers may soon see storylines that elevate characters who've been in the background, giving them new dimensions and surprising arcs. The beauty of When Calls the Heart has always been that every character, whether a teacher, a miner, a shop owner, or a child, has a story worth telling. 2025 seems determined to honor that tradition while also making sure those stories carry emotional weight and fresh drama. Outside the narrative itself, the cast's real-life bond continues to capture hearts. This week, new photos surfaced from behind the scenes, showing the actors sharing moments of joy, laughter, and camaraderie. Fans have always loved how the cast treats one another like family, and these glimpses only reinforce the authenticity. That translates onto the screen. Many long-running shows lose some of that magic after a decade, but for When Calls the Heart, the opposite seems true. The longer it goes on, the deeper the bonds become. That kind of off-screen chemistry almost always leads to stronger performances on screen. And fans can feel it. Another fascinating update comes from the production schedule itself. Traditionally, filming and airing have followed a fairly predictable rhythm, but this year there are reports of adjustments being made to accommodate special storylines. Some insiders suggest that certain episodes will feature extended runtimes, allowing more room for complex storytelling. Others have hinted at possible special events within the season that may surprise viewers by breaking the usual mold. These kinds of changes point to a creative team that is both confident and ambitious. Combination that could elevate the series into a whole new chapter of success. One of the boldest rumors floating around right now is the possibility of legacy. Characters making surprising returns. While nothing has been confirmed, whispers suggest that 2025 might feature the reappearance of familiar faces who left Hope Valley seasons ago. If this proves true, it would not only delight longtime fans, but also provide a rich emotional layer to the current arcs. After all, When Calls the Heart is as much about where you've been as where you're going. And the return of characters with unfinished stories could be the perfect way to honor the show's history while looking to its future. The emotional stakes of the upcoming episodes are also worth noting. Multiple reports from insiders emphasize that the scripts this year are more layered and more emotional than ever before. Hardys are used to the show tugging at their emotions. But it sounds like 2025 will take that to another level, with powerful themes of sacrifice, hope, redemption, and resilience woven throughout the episodes. If the creative team succeeds, this could be one of the most unforgettable seasons in the series' long history. At the same time, Hallmark seems fully aware of the enormous responsibility it carries with this series. For many fans, When Calls the Heart is more than a television show. It's a source of comfort, inspiration, and even guidance during difficult times. The show's ability to provide wholesome, uplifting storytelling while also dealing with real struggles is what sets it apart. In 2025, Hallmark is doubling down on that mission, ensuring that When Calls the Heart continues to stand as a beacon of hope in an often complicated world. Perhaps the most exciting part of today's updates, however, is the sense that we are standing at the edge of transformation. There's a growing feeling that the decisions made in this season will not only define the immediate storylines, but could also set the direction for the next several years. Whether it's the possibility of Elizabeth finding a love that lasts, the expansion of Hope Valley's world, or the return of legacy characters. Everything points to a turning point that fans will look back on as a milestone moment in the show's history. As fans prepare for what's ahead, the discussions online continue to grow louder and more passionate. Social media groups dedicated to When Calls the Heart are filled with theories, artwork, tributes, and countdowns to new episodes. The enthusiasm is infectious, and it proves once again how deeply this show resonates with its audience. For some, it's about the romance. For others, it's about the values. And for many, it's simply about feeling part of a community that celebrates kindness, resilience, and love. The updates today leave no doubt. When Calls the Heart in 2025 is not just delivering another season. It is entering a new era, one that promises to honor its legacy while embracing bold changes. The road ahead is full of questions, mysteries, and emotions, but that's exactly what makes the journey worthwhile. For the Hardys, the wait for answers is part of the joy, and the promise of what's to come has never felt brighter.